Hey guys, today I'm going to be comparing three of my favorite guitars of all time. The Les Paul, the Stratocaster, and the Telecaster. Right now I'm at my buddy Frostbyte's place, hence the new scenery. The reason why I love the Les Paul and the Strat and the Tele, because they all sound different, and my favorite guitar players of all time, you know, some of them play a Les Paul, some of them play a Strat or a Telecaster. Each guitar has its own specific character to it, and one cannot replace the other. The reason why these guitars sound so different from one another is because of the pickups, like these have humbuckers and a Strat has single coils, for example, but it's also the body style and the shape and the amount of wood that's actually used, how thin the body is, all these different characteristics. And also the playability of it, how it feels. For example, a Les Paul neck feels way different from a Telecaster. It's just like when you play a Les Paul, the neck is very round and it's a little bit more dense, and then some of the other necks might be a little bit faster, a little bit easier to play. You can play Sweet Home Alabama on a Les Paul, but it just won't sound the same as it would on a Strat, because a Strat just has that character and that certain sound. Some guitar players, for example Steve Morse, he'll have his signature guitar has like two humbuckers in it, and it has like a Telecaster pickup and a Strat pickup, because he just wants characteristics of all of these together in one. Stratocasters actually do come with humbuckers in them, because some people like the playability of a Strat, but they may want like the warmth and the depth of humbuckers within that guitar. Now, Keith Richards was famous for playing a Telecaster, and he had a humbucker in the neck pickup. For the most part, the design of a Les Paul or a Strat or a Telecaster, the design has not changed. You know, I saw Rush one time with Frostbyte, as a matter of fact, and he had a Floyd Rose on the Les Paul. It works for him. These guitars have been around for longer than 50 years, and the design of them has remained almost unchanged since they came out, which means that the distinction between these three guitars remains. So I'm just going to start with the Les Paul, because it's already in my lap. I love this guitar. I love Les Pauls. Jimmy Page made me want to play it. I just thought he looked so cool wearing it, you know, and Joe Perry and all those guys, like, they just looked awesome. And I also love the sound of it. To me, I think the Les Paul is the perfect guitar because it's so versatile. It has just a richness to it, very velvety sound. You can just soar with them. You can play anything on it. You can play jazz, you can play hard rock, you can play anything really. The humbuckers just give you like a nice warm sound, just a lot of depth to it. Strats are awesome. Arguably one of the most recognizable guitars ever. Usually if they needed a prop for an electric guitar, for anything, they might have this style of guitar. Single coil pickups. Usually Strats have more of a thinner sound compared to a Les Paul. But they can also, like people like Jimi Hendrix also made them sound just really mighty and bombastic too. The advantage that some Strats have over Les Pauls is that most guitars have, you know, 3 toggle positions. There's the neck position, then both pickups, and then the bridge pickup. But some Strats, I guess most of them that I've seen, have a 5-way, because there's 3 pickups. You can have this one, or you can have these 2, you can have just the middle one, you can have these 2, or you can just have the bridge pickup. So there's lots of diversity in sound. And in fact, there's some songs that are known for having the Strat in that position, or this position. It's just like, yeah, they're using a Strat on that song, that's pretty obvious, but it's got to be in that right position. Last but certainly not least, the Fender Telecaster. I love all of them. I think the Les Paul is my personal favorite, but as far as playing, the Telecaster just feels so right on to me. I think that this is the easiest to play. When I pick this up and play it, it like fits like a glove. I think the Telecaster is just the perfect place between a single coil sound of a Strat and the humbucker sound of a Les Paul. It's just right in the middle, and it's just so nice. A very versatile instrument, and I think it looks awesome. As you can probably tell, each guitar sounds different from one another, and I think it's really nice. You get a lot of versatility. Each one has its own tone, its own personality almost. The pickups are different from each guitar, they play differently. If you picked up one of these guitars, I think your style would naturally change. It would mold to each guitar because each guitar wants to be played a certain way. There are some good companies like, say, Music Man, where they'll make guitars where they try to put all of these and some other styles of guitars into one guitar. They like to make it as versatile as possible. The Strat and the Tele and the Les Paul, together, I think they represent what I would call, I guess, the classic guitar tone. You know, they're all American companies. They've been around for a while. They've been on tons of recordings. So the sound between each one, I think, is almost unmistakable. There's a few others, like the Fender Mustang is really good. The Gibson SG. There are some really nice guitars that have their own characteristics. I think between these three, I think that's like the magic trio. I think in a studio situation, different session guitars would probably bring, you know, one or two or three of these, or maybe some other guitars, because maybe a producer or an engineer, they say, maybe use the Les Paul for that section, or maybe use the Strat for that section or that song. My name is Daniel Retberg-Peter. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, more playing, more reviews, whatever, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you're a bass player, and if you want to know the difference between a P bass and a J bass, Frostbyte made a video and did an awesome comparison between the two of them. Check it out in the links below.